Hello, Micheal Lichter. I'm back doing another Lichter Live for Dennis Kirk. And this one's kind of interesting because this one's focused on garage builds, the garage build program from Dennis Kirk. And I'm with Stacy McCleary here in my Boulder, Colorado studio, which is really cool because how many hours did you drive to get here?
To your house?
Yeah.
22.
22 hours to come to Boulder, Colorado, and I hope it was worth it. Anyway, Stacy's been in a number of garage builds for Dennis Kirk, and this bike actually is destined to go in. He says he's going to put it in the garage build show in Sturgis next year, right?
Yeah, yes.
So tell us what you got here.
This bike is, at first I ended up getting this 1948 Panhead motor, first year Panhead motor. So I got it. It's got a 48 frame, 48 transmission. The front forks are 1948. So I tried to keep it all pretty period correct, all old original Harley stuff. But then I did cut things up and move things around a little bit to make it cool.
You know, this bike hits me as a very much a Stacy's garage style.
Yeah.
So what is Stacy's garage style?
You know, I don't know. It's hard to say. People say that all the time, and I don't recognize it as much as other people do. They say they see one of my bikes, and they go, "I know that was one of your bikes when I seen it." And I
just do it.
So I don't know what, but I do. I do use the stock Harley Springer front ends. I've built many bikes with the front end like that, and I like cutting the tanks out and putting them down a little bit lower, notching them. And there's certain things I like to do it's all about the lines of the bike, of course,
but the overall style too, I think, is very recognizable. I mean, you seem to pull it back for a good riding comfort for you. I know your shoulders are tough.
I have bad shoulders, so I do
short bars pulled back.
Yeah.
And a short front end.
Yeah, short.
And a compact package also.
Yeah, good riding. I make a bike. When I'm building a bike, I can't wait to get it done so I could fire it up and ride it. I'm building them just so I could ride, and then the plus is I could take it and put them in some bike shows, you know. But I build them to ride. I actually built this bike with a little set of bars that looked like flat tracker type bars, and they looked really good on the bike. But when I was riding it and turning and shifting at the same time, my hand would hit those handlebars. So I whipped this set of bars out right here just because of that shifter there. But the other bars look really cool on here. Mm-hmm. So these are the second set.
That's what works. I love the shifter lever that you did and the knob and all that. You did a lot of cool stuff here. But what is you're a garage builder because you're not a commercial builder. You don't do it for a living. You're retired. So that's kind of the difference right there. And you build in your home garage. Yeah. Your quality, I think, is professional quality. But you always are hesitant about that. What would be the difference between, I mean, I see you going head to head against professional builders. Can you see that or not?
Well, I try to do, I'm a perfectionist, and I pay attention to all the little details I do when I'm building it. In my little garage, I've got all the tools I need to cut things up and make things and do everything. It's just I don't have real fancy tools, but I got the tools that I can get it done, you know. But I try to keep an eye on every little piece on that bike, and I've always thinking out what I want to do. And I usually have that in my head before I ever build the bike. I know what this bike's going to look like before I ever built it.
You know, it's kind of interesting. You don't sell any of your bikes, so you have accumulated a number of them in your garage.
A few.
Otherwise, I'd say you could park this one in my garage before you leave and just go back with an empty trailer.
No, this is going home with me.
I'd ride this thing in a heartbeat. I think
this is going home.
But no, it's awesome that you came here. And how was your time in Boulder?
Oh man, it's been great. We've had a lot of fun. And today we went to the Rocky Mountain National Park and spent the day there. And wow. That was something.
Saw a few elk, huh?
Saw a lot of elk, not a few, a lot.
A lot of elk.
And I'm a deer and elk hunter, but that's not hunting when you see them like that. Hunting for me is getting out and in the wilderness and hiking and sleeping on the ground, not shooting one out of the truck.
Wow. Well, it's awesome. I'm so glad you're able to come. Thank you for bringing the bike. This is the first bike you've brought, because normally I shoot your bikes in Sacramento at the Riders Bike Show. It's super appreciative that you brought it here. We did shoot it with a model yesterday, so we got cover material. I think we'll be seeing it on the cover of Easy Riders. But this is awesome. Another wonderful build from Stacy McCleary. If you don't know Stacy, how do they find you? Because you are not very savvy on what you call the interweb.
I don't do the interweb, but my wife does stuff for me. She'll come into my shop and take a picture of me doing something, and it might end up on the interweb. But most people, this bike's never really been seen because she's, you know.
So how do people find your bikes? Where do they see them?
Around and at different shows and stuff, you know, I guess.
Okay, so this one is not normally, you're not going to find Stacy on Instagram or Facebook.
Well, I do have it. My wife's made me an Instagram account. I have one. It's called Stacy's Garage.
Well, there you go. Now we know where to find it. So she's posting.
She'll come out and put pictures on, and people will call me up and tell me that was a cool picture, and I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. So she's putting stuff on there that I don't know about.
All right, so we can find you on the interweb.
Yes, you can. It's called Stacy's Garage Instagram.
I'll tell you, I've had so much fun. Sean left just a little while ago, and he says, "Where are you going?" Now, you can't go away without saying goodbye to Uncle Stacy, but that's the way he is with everybody. So it's pretty cool. It's been a pleasure having Stacy around for a couple of days in Colorado, and I hope comes back many times more with many more bikes.
I will. Next year, we're doing it again.
Thanks so much. That's awesome. Thanks very much for tuning in.